All right, let's jump right into what is maybe one of the biggest, most confusing puzzles in all of finance. We're going to break down why so many people actually lose money in the stock market and, more importantly, how you can make sure you're not one of them.
I mean, it's a question that really messes with a lot of people's heads. If you look at any long term chart, the market, well, it goes up. So logically, making money should be kind of simple, right? But the crazy thing is, most regular investors don't just do okay. They often lose money. So why? What's going on here?
Okay, so the first thing you always hear is, well, the game's rigged. It's stacked against the little guy. And look, while the market can be complex, for sure, that's just not the real reason most people lose. It's a convenient excuse, but it's not the actual story.
And let's just get this out of the way right now. It's also not because you're not smart enough. I mean, some of the most brilliant people on the planet are absolutely awful investors. So if it's not a rigged game and it's not about your IQ, then what in the world is it?
Well, here's the thing. The real battle, it's not you against Wall Street. It's you against you. It's your brain versus the market. The single biggest thing getting in your way is your own psychology, which, unfortunately, is almost perfectly designed to make you do all the wrong things when it comes to money. So let's meet the usual suspects, the emotional culprits. You've got fear, which just screams sell when everything is at its lowest. Then there's greed, its evil twin that pushes you to buy when things are already sky high. And of course, good old FOMO, the fear of missing out, that makes you chase a hot stock right before it crashes. And panic? Well, panic is just when you light your entire plan on fire and run. And this is where it gets really interesting because you can see the fundamental problem right here. Our brains are basically running on ancient software, right? Designed to keep us safe from like saber-toothed tigers. We want certainty. We hate losing. In fact, science shows a loss hurts about twice as much as a win feels good. But the market, it's all about uncertainty and has absolutely zero mercy for emotional decisions. It's just a total mismatch. And this is the classic trap. This is the cycle that gets so many people. It starts with greed. A stock is going to the moon, everyone's talking about it, so you jump in, probably way too late. Then things turn. Fear kicks in. You see all that red in your account, you start to panic, and you sell everything just to stop the bleeding. And just like that, you've mastered the art of buying high and selling low. Perfect. All right, so if our own emotions are the internal problem, what's the external trigger? Well, that brings us to our next big trap, chasing hype instead of following a real strategy. This is where getting excited can cost you a lot of money. You've heard this one before, right? You get a text from your buddy or you see it on Reddit. Bro, this stock is about to pop. It immediately creates this feeling that you've got to get in right now. But that's not analysis. It's just a button being pushed, the big red FOMO button in your brain.
Or how about this one? This is the next Tesla, the next Amazon. It's all about that promise of getting rich quick, of finding that one stock that changes everything. And yeah, it feels exciting, like you're in on some big secret. But here's the thing. In the market, by the time it feels like a secret you've been let in on, it's not a secret anymore.
And this is the hard truth, folks. By the time you're hearing about a hot stock on the news or all over your social media feed, the people who got in early, the smart money, they're already heading for the exit. And guess who they're selling their shares to? Yep, to you. This is so important to get. If you buy something just because of a tip or a gut feeling with no real plan for why you're in or when you'd get out, you are not investing. You're gambling. You're just hoping. And let me tell you, hope is not a strategy. It just isn't. And that whole mindset, it leads us straight into the next major problem, the patience problem. So many people treat the stock market like it's a casino. They want that instant hit, that jackpot. But that's not what it is. It's a tool for building wealth over time, keyword being time. Okay, this chart really nails it. On one side, you have timing the market. That's trying to be a genius, jumping in and out, predicting every move. It just doesn't work. You get killed on fees, on taxes, and you're almost guaranteed to get it wrong. But on the other side, you have time in the market. That's the secret sauce. That's where you let compound interest work its magic for you over the long haul. It's so much less stressful and way more powerful. This quote says it all, doesn't it? The market rewards patience. Most people don't have any. It's so simple, but it's so true. The entire system is basically a giant patience test. And if you can just sit on your hands while everyone else is panicking and making rash moves, you've already got a huge edge.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the problems, right? Our emotions, chasing hype, being impatient. It might sound kind of depressing, but here's the good news. Let's flip the script and talk about the solution. Let's get into the actual playbook for how you win this thing.
And this is maybe the most important thing I'm going to say. Every single one of these mistakes, they are 100% avoidable. This isn't about things happening to you. This is about your own behavior, your own habits, things that you are totally in control of. You're the one in the driver's seat. So here you go. This is the playbook. This is the blueprint for winning. It's not complicated, is it? It's not about being smarter than everyone else or predicting the next big thing. It's just about discipline, controlling your emotions, investing on a schedule, thinking for the long term, and, this one's huge, learning to see a market dip not as a disaster, but as a sale.
Seriously, if you take just one idea away today, let it be this one. The market doesn't care how smart you are. It rewards discipline. It's about your behavior. It's about having the stomach to stick with your plan when every fiber of your being is telling you to panic. That's the whole game.
And this famous quote just wraps everything up so perfectly. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. That's it. That's what's happening every single day. Money is literally moving from the pockets of people who can't wait into the pockets of people who can. So that's really the only question left. You know the traps, you have the winner's playbook right in front of you. That transfer of money is going to happen, day in and day out. The only question is, which side of it are you going to be on? The choice is 100% yours.